Hello and welcome to the Pirate King Plays Genshin Impact. Sorry about not having the name of what game we're playing up on my stream like I usually do. The game label was not working for some reason. Where last we left our heroes, we were dealing with the Wild Hunt and Rarir, the guy in charge at the moment. And currently, he's got us on the run in multiple directions. We're about to go and meet back up in the secret base with Varka, the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, who finally found us. Oh, that's cute. Apparently I got close enough to activate this, but never actually did anything around here. And that's right in front of me. We're grabbing it. This shell anything? Okay. Yeah, because they brought us to this secret base before, but didn't actually show us where on the map it was until now. There we go. Wow, really? Literally just looks like a pile of scrap. Makes sense, I guess.
It's a relief to see you all made it back in one piece.
Huh? Feels like there's quite a few people missing. Where's Flint's and the others? And what about Nefer?
I returned ahead of them. Flint is helping Ino and Anefa to set up the decoys and buy some time. As for Miss Nefer...
Boss is still wrapping things up on her end. She sent us back to fill you all in on the top secret intel we've been gathering.
I see. Then let's get right into it.
She dove into his memories.
But first...
Got info about...
Who do we have here?
Oh, yes!
You brought someone else in to help?
Arlecchino.
Greetings. I was invited here to help as a longtime Tea Party companion of Columbina's. You may call me Arlecchino.
Surely it can't be.
It is.
Those eyes.
Yep. Oh.
Where have I seen them before? Wait, of course. In those memories we just saw.
Mm-hmm. That was a big thing I noticed.
The only Arlecchino I know is the fourth of the Fatui Harbingers. So either you share a pretty uncommon name, or you're more than just a Tea Party buddy.
You're well informed, Grandmaster. A man from Mondstadt living all the way out here in Nod-Krai, and yet the people and affairs of Snezhnaya seem to hold a special place in your heart.
You guys have inserted yourself in every country.
Oh, the feeling's mutual. Sounds like you know all about who I am, too.
A Fatui Harbinger.
You already knew one. She just left. This one still is one.
The atmosphere in here just got really tense. Guess we can't just start trusting Fatui Harbingers, even at a time like this.
I must admit, though, I'm a little curious. Seeing as the moon goddess no longer belongs to the Fatui, what makes you so willing to put your neck on the line here?
Nor does Nod-Krai belong to Mondstadt, Mr. Varka. Yet still, you're fighting for it all the same. Things don't always have to have a tangible payoff. Sometimes, stopping things from spiraling out of control is a higher priority than chasing the spoils of victory.
There we
Of course,
go.
I can't say there's nothing in it for me at all. But that's between Columbina and myself.
Arlecchino was instrumental in helping us save the whole of Fontaine. I'm confident we can trust her on this matter.
Forgive me. I don't mean to doubt you. It's just that the Fatui really have been the source of many of our troubles. We have our own way of doing
world's
things
troubles.
here in Nod-Krai. But ever since they arrived, the Fatui have treated us with nothing but hostility.
I know there's been a lot of bad blood between us in the past. I've done my utmost to avoid friction whenever I could. But sometimes fundamental conflicts of interest simply can't be settled amicably. That's why I'm here solely in a personal capacity. This has nothing to do with the Fatui. As a gesture of good faith, I'll be frank. I can help Columbina track down the iridescent moon's marrow, which will help her restore more of her power. Anyway, what else is on the agenda? Let's begin.
She says she'll be frank, then completely skips over the details. Looks like she doesn't want to give away too
Why
many
is
secrets.
Yehoda the only one
But
who gets
she
this internal
clearly
dialogue?
wants to change the subject. It'd be
As part of a
awkward
scene,
if
I
I
mean.
tried to bring it up again now. I guess we'll just have to go along with it. She's the fourth of the Fatui Harbingers, after all. One look, and you can tell she's not someone you'd want to mess with.
Whoop.
Well, since Miss Arlecchino sounds confident in her ability to handle that, we'll proceed to the next topic. Yehoda, time to share that top-secret intel.
All right, listen up, everyone. First, we now know that Rerir was originally a Conrian secret agent whose primary mission was to hunt down and assassinate the so-called Dregs of the Crimson Moon.
There we go.
The Dregs of the Crimson Moon.
In the memories, there was a lot of talk about the Crimson Moon and Eclipse, and a whole bunch of other stuff
she
from the
smiling?
time of Conria.
Nope, not really. Yeah, it's fine.
To my knowledge, those were the names of two different Conrian dynasties. Long, long ago, it is said that the people of Conria worshipped the Crimson Moon, drawing a mysterious power from its reflection. But one day, a coup saw the Crimson Moon eclipsed, hence the name of the new dynasty that replaced it, and how it became the new emblem of Conria.
Still, long after the Crimson Moon dynasty had fallen, the last ruler of the Eclipse dynasty, the Vinster King, still coveted the secrets it left behind. So, he sent the Rehir of Solnari to secretly hunt down the Crimson Moon's few remaining followers. In those days, Rerir showed no signs of madness. In fact, he was as normal as any other person. Oh, and he had a fiancé, or at least a would-be fiancé, called Tholindis.
Lindis?
What's the matter?
Just after Revere regained his body, he called out that name.
Verfnir, Freindaughter, Flinders.
Oh yeah, there was sadness in that last one.
Interesting. Anything else? What about this would-be fiancé of his? Do we know anything about her?
Well, she was a researcher at the Universitas Magistrorum, but it felt like she was hiding some kind of secret.
Can no one say that title correctly? They keep forgetting to pronounce the U correctly and just... Universitas Magistrorum. It needs an accent to work well. Universitas. It sounds... I mean, I think they're going for Latin with that. Universitas Magistrorum. But it's Universitas, not Universitas.
Oh,
It's the only
and one more thing.
way that sounds
For some
right.
reason, Rerir's fragment also contains some of Tholindis' memories, though only a very small portion.
Well, no shortage of potential leads, I'll give you that.
Gonna bring up the
In
Crimson
any
Moon
case,
with the
it
eyes.
sounds like we can conclude that while Tholindis was still around, Rerir appeared to be lucid and quite normal. Tholindis, it seems, must have been the one thing in this world that he couldn't let go of. Tell me though, were these pure-blood Conrians we're talking about here?
What?
Why do you need to know that? Hold on. If she was a pure-blood Conrian...
The Curse of Immortality. She might still be alive.
Oh yeah! Just like how it was with the captain!
If we could somehow find her, do you think there's any chance Rerir might regain some of his sanity?
It's possible, but it would take a miracle. We can't pin all our hopes on that.
Also, she might not be human anymore.
That merchant who Nefer knows, Dori Sangama Bay. Maybe we could hire her to look into it.
All right then. Let's keep working in our separate teams. Traveler, Paimon, Kutar, and Miss Arlecchino will go look for the iridescent moon's marrow. As for the others...
On the way over here, I noticed that the wild hunt monsters had grown even more frenzied in their search for Kutar. At this rate, the people living here will be in grave danger too. So I'm thinking of gathering together some of our followers to go wipe them out.
I'll head back to the curatorium and meet up with the boss.
Feels good knowing we've all got something to be getting on with.
Huh.
Given that the Wild Hunt has been a lot more active lately, the Lightkeepers have likely begun their own operations too. If that is the case, someone will need to pass the news on to Flint's. I'll hold the fort for now, then discuss our next move with Flint's, Aino, and Anefa when they get back.
Alright then.
Well, the clock's ticking. If that's everything, we'll be on our way.
She'll probably talk
We
to
better
us
get
about
moving too.
the Crimson Moon.
We'll try to buy you as much time as we can.
Relax. Just do your thing. Now, I decided to call in some backup since things are getting so hairy. Our reinforcements should be here any minute now.
Really?
Stay safe, everyone. Dismissed.
I'm assuming there are other knights, and either they're characters we know or characters we're about to know.
We're back.
I know enough.
Did we get here a little early? Or a little late?
A tad late. The others have already set off. To summarize, our resident moon goddess has found us a new ally, and Boss Nefer has uncovered some promising info. Everything going smoothly on your end?
Not great. I don't know how long we can stall them for. The decoys are getting taken out way faster than we imagined. I'm gonna make some more later, but I need a timeout first. I'm so tired right now. Oh, right! Inefa, could you fill in Uncle Varka on what we just discussed with Flint's?
Sure. Uncle Varka, you previously told us about how when you went to investigate a source of the Wild Hunt in Amsvartnir, you discovered that it was just a diversion. But according to Flint's intel, several outbreaks of the Wild Hunt had already occurred in Nod-Krai in the period leading up to that. That was before Rerir had regained his body, when he was far from regaining his full strength. In other words, in theory at least, he still lacked the means to act in two places at once.
Flint's, with everything that's been happening, the Lightkeepers across Nod-Krai are rallying to fight back against the Wild Hunt. They're gonna need your help. I know, I'm sure you're capable of coming up with something far more effective than decoys. But for now, you should stay here and get some rest. Anefa and I will head back over to Amsvartnir to see if there's anything I missed.
Where is Amsvartnir?
I told you Uncle Varka would say that, didn't I? A deal is a deal. Not a word about my snack intake for the next week.
Database updated. Reliability of Aino's predictions increased.
What does that mean?
They were betting on how you'd respond after hearing their intel.
It's the obvious choice, isn't it? That's hardly worth betting on.
We already decided that Anefa should go investigate the situation over at Amsvartnir on her own. You might as well stay here and keep watch. Someone needs to hang back and oversee our strategy meetings. And besides, you still haven't fully recovered from ambushing Rerir.
So I've ended up with the easiest assignment. Well, I appreciate it, everyone. See you when you get back.
All right. Hopping over back to Silvermoon Hall. Or right outside it. Can't even look at what the border is for the map.
Here, this will serve as a good spot to cross over.
Arlecchino, hold up a second. Since you brought us all this way, would you mind telling us what you've got planned? We still haven't got the slightest idea what's going on here.
And if even Columbina doesn't know where the iridescent moon's marrow is, how do you?
Simple. Because I am an inheritor of the royal bloodline of the Crimson Moon.
Yep.
And one of the last surviving embers of the two worlds' flames.
Huh?
Don't know what that part is.
Are you serious? Isn't you a descendant of that Crimson Moon dynasty we were just talking about? The one from ancient Conria?
Your surprise is understandable. I was also taken aback when I first learned of it. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized the signs had been there all along. When I was young, I discovered I could wield a very special kind of fire. It coursed like blood through my veins and smoldered away inside my nerves. What's more, whenever I experienced strong bursts of emotion or drew too deeply on this power, it was like some kind of presence within the fire would begin to gnaw away at me, consuming me from the inside out.
Your hands.
Exactly. That is why my hands are like this, too.
So
At
those
first,
aren't
I saw it only
gloves.
as a curse. But once I became a harbinger, the jester apprised me of the truth.
Jester.
Together with my own investigations over the past few years, there are several things that I have gradually come to understand. For instance, take the so-called Crimson
That was the
Moon.
word I was looking for.
In truth, it is nothing more than the shattered remnants of the iridescent moon.
Ah, I
fused
was
with
right.
The abyss to prolong its lifespan.
Didn't know that part. I figured the Crimson Moon and Iridescent Moon were probably the same when we called upon her and saw the flashback. But what I was trying to say before, and I had forgotten the name of, is that Thelindis, though cursed with immortality, may actually be a Hilichurl. Or one of those kind of churls. Because that's what Conrians became for the most part. Only the strongest retained human form.
Since this blood flame was bestowed upon me by the Crimson Moon, it is a fusion of the iridescent moon's former power and the corruption of the abyss.
Oh.
You all understand the nature of the abyss well enough. I draw upon its power, and in return, it hungers for my soul. This strange blackness is the mark of corruption it has left behind.
If I recall correctly, you once told me that if the corruption ever made it to your heart, you'd become a completely different person.
Yes, and that's the reason I'm always careful not to push my power too far. It's essentially a never-ending tug of war.
Would it help if we absorb some of that
Sounds
abyss?
intense.
That's a thing we can do.
Anyway, the rest of my story can wait. Is there anything else about the Crimson Moon or the Iridescent Moon that you're unclear about?
Paimon has a question. So, the Crimson Moon that the Carians used to worship was actually the Iridescent Moon, right? Which was one of the three Moon Sisters. Does that mean that the Carians were to the Crimson Moon as the Frost Moon Scions are to the Frost Moon?
So much of that history has been lost. We have no way of knowing exactly what they were like. But I would suspect that the Conrians weren't as devout in their moon worship as it might appear. The iridescent moon's remains simply served as their link to the abyss. Later on, perhaps someone discovered a way to make direct contact with the abyss. Or maybe there was some kind of ideological divide. Either way, a dissenting faction staged a coup and drove out the royal heirs of the Crimson Moon dynasty. Still, even with the dark sun looming high overhead, the Crimson Moon's glow never truly faded. If you want living proof, it's standing right before you.
The first time we met, I sensed something familiar in your presence. When I looked at you, I felt I could see that mysterious red moon in the corner of my eye. In your flames, I saw its broken image, surrounded by a strange black aura.
Well, I appreciate that you kept it to yourself.
Huh.
Much about the Crimson Moon is still a mystery, and I'd prefer not to end up as the object of an insane research project. Anyway, time is against us
Yeah,
here,
sounds
so if
about
there's
right.
any other questions, they'll have to wait. I just want to make sure I've got one thing straight. In her letter, Sandrone mentioned that since you are unable to contain the iridescent moon's marrow yourself, you intend to leave it in my custody.
Oh.
Correct?
That's right. For now, it's the only way I can pay you back for your help. The iridescent moon is already part of who you are. So with its marrow in your possession, you'll be even more powerful than before.
It might even help you fight the corruption.
Deal. Then let's get started.
Get what started? What does this place have to do with the Crimson Moon?
When I first became a harbinger, the Jester gave me a book called Parenheri, also known as Leobranto Inamorato.
That's supposed to mean
You should be
something?
able to buy a copy next time you're in Fontaine. It's a love story set in the Crimson Moon era. But setting aside the tangled romances of its characters, it also records a few interesting details. In the Crimson Moon era, or so the story goes, there was an orphanage that received children from beyond the bounds of this world, and subjected them to a peculiar induction ceremony.
Beyond the bounds of this world? For real? And what kind of induction ceremony?
The Crimson Moon sages looked beyond this world for beings with powers that surpassed the gods. But fearing they might lose control, they subjected these children to a process of refinement. They made these children crawl up a fireplace and kept asking them, "Have you died? Did you see it?" Until they finally admitted to having died and seen a crimson moon. The adults embraced the children who passed the ritual, telling them, "Within the fireplace, you have traversed the flames between two worlds. Here and now, you are born anew." The book leaves much unsaid, but I suspect that this was their way of branding the children they had enrolled, leaving an indelible mark upon them so that they would forever live in the Crimson Moon's light.
That explains why I can't sense the Crimson Moon's marrow in this world.
Huh.
It makes sense that it would be sealed in a special space that can only be accessed temporarily through some kind of ritual.
But there's no fireplace here. Do you see a chimney anywhere? Oh, are we supposed to build it ourselves?
The traveler's just looking at her like, I'm just gonna let you talk this one out.
Fine. Paimon will go.
That won't be necessary. The fireplace is purely symbolic. The key to the ritual is crossing the flames between two worlds. In other words, the flames that burn within me. Those burned away by such flames leave behind a kind of ghostly afterimage in the world. In the days of Conria, people believed they could be used to bridge the gap between the two worlds of life and death. In short, I can open a passage to that space for you. That's the easy part. The catch is I'll need to stay on this side to keep the passage open, so I won't be able to come with you. Once you're inside, you'll have to find your own way.
Understood. Don't worry, we've got this.
Very well. Then I'll open it up.
And this spot's good because there's a doorway
Spare me a
here.
little more moonlight,
There's an
if you
arch.
would. I may need it.
Of course.
Thank you. I feel like I've recovered some of my strength now. It should be enough to move us across short distances and confront whatever dangers might await.
Mistress of the seven hues of ages past, great mother of the present, crimson-clad sovereign of the two realms, by fire severed, by fire renewed, I offer myself now and beseech your descent.
Okay, not what I was expecting. Scythe! Okay. I thought it was going to be this doorway. She was just going to use it as a gateway, but no. It was one of 3 nexus points.
One word of advice. As you're crossing over, no matter what voices you hear, Do not answer.
Okay. Yeah, Paimon, do you got it?
The sinister gloom inside, but also the familiar light of the moon. I feel that I am about to meet an old friend who has changed beyond all recognition. All right.
And what does that feel
Let's
like?
go.
The embers. Expected her to be standing out here somewhere, but I guess not. Love this. Ran out of stamina. Wait, you know what'd be fun? Oh. Never mind. Can't take pictures.
I sense your presence and craving death and rebirth. Wait, why are you? You have crossed over from another world, transcended fate itself. I have no right to.
There actually was an end to that.
Hey, look up at the sky! A red moon! This must be the spot, right?
Whoa.
Is that the abyss?
I wouldn't call that a
It's
moon, but
practically
alright.
filled the entire place. What now?
What a tragic sight. Fragments of your broken body, seized by the abyss, and hung up aloft like mummified remains. Iridescent moon. Was this truly what you wished for?
Looks like there's only one way through here. Let's keep going, see what's ahead.
Careful. There's something spooky about this place. Feels like something is lurking in the fog. Haimon's right behind you. Would it?
Yeah. Always are.
By the way, Kalamina, didn't you tell us that the iridescent moon had shattered into pieces? The moon up there looks pretty whole to Paimon. How is that possible?
Oh, party setup. No, I think we're good. They would give us that, though.
Rev the engines!
We'll use this while we have it.
Just like I thought. It was only a facade.
It was whole from one side and not from this one.
Full throttle!
Wondering when the first chest would show up since we had fights already. Got him. Come on. Ugh, my aim's off. Alright, just got him that way, I guess. This is a cool area, though. I really do like the shattered moon. Shattered and bleeding moon.
Huh?
So the iridescent moon's marrow is up there in the sky?
Huh? For real? That's way too high.
No. I'm not sensing anything up there. It's coming from under the mountain.
Let's
That makes more
see.
sense.
Ah! There's some kind of weird shadow over the water.
The abyss over the
that?
reflection of the iridescent
Looks like
moon.
a mechanism of some sort. Let's check it out.
I mentioned the crimson moon was the reflection of the iridescent moon. So that would make sense.
Looks like a device from the time of Kalia. Maybe people once came here to study the Crimson Moon's
Honestly, I
domain,
didn't...
and they left this behind. Oh, if we can activate it, we might find some clues.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
Hey, look at that! Now that the mechanism's running, the shadow in the water looks different. Do you think these mechanisms might be the key to unlocking the
Very
secret?
obviously, Paimon.
Let's try to find more of them!
Thelindis, we'll leave the
Snoring?
rest of the research in your hands. We'll be heading back now.
Oh?
I hope this isn't ruining date night.
Villis?
Mind your own business. Just leave me some snacks on the table.
Thelindis? Is that Rear's girlfriend? How come we're hearing her voice here?
Didn't Nefer previously mention that she was a researcher at the Universitas Magistrorum?
Oh yeah. So, do you think she was studying this strange space all along?
The Abyss has made this space extremely unstable. Maybe that's why some of the things she said and did were preserved here. Like echoes. Or after images.
Whenever I see this view, it takes me back to a poem from my childhood. Waning moon, oh lifeless damsel, weeping on the mountain crest. Mourning still in wistful tone, her fragile soul now laid to rest. For me, of all people, to be here investigating the mysteries of the Crimson Moon space. Is it a coincidence? Or something more?
Wait. I can't forget, the Traveler is actually pretty strong. I just have to actually use him. Uh-oh.
Oh, looks like the Abyss has messed up this mechanism. We need to find a way to get it working again. Let's see if there are any
We
other
have to
devices
hit it with
nearby.
another one.
Rev the engines!
Let's dance.
Yo. And glide on back down. Shoot another Abyss Rock. Oh. Did we only have to get two?
I see. So the moon marrow, or rather the power of the three moons, is the key to unlocking. If it really does exist, then maybe this madness can finally be put to an end.
That was only one word censored. They don't usually put such big open spaces inside domains like this. Stamina back. Verify, activate, and we got it.
With the Abyss inhibitors in place, I should be able to access the chamber with the moon marrow. Oh, Rerir, with every step you take, you're drifting further from what you truly desire. But you're not the root of the problem. Ever since that outsider set foot in Conria, the Vinster King has sunken deeper into madness. If only I could get my hands on that outsider.
Speaking in exposition again.
Hey look! The moon's reflection is back to normal! Elindis' voice mentioned a chamber with the moon marrow. Do you think maybe it's hidden in the moon's reflection?
It must be. For within it, I sense the fragile aura of a dying soul.
Then there's no time to lose! Let's go!
Now we're gonna have us swim or walk on the water. Walk on the water it is. Figured as much. Woo! Well, okay then.
These things are so creepy! Looks like we'll have to destroy them if we want to get to the iridescent moon's marrow.
Got it.
That must be the iridescent moon's marrow! Oh, but we'll need to destroy these things before we can reach it!
Fair enough. I wonder.
Full throttle!
Figured these guys would start attacking, but also I might be able to just take everything out from. No, it seems to be in a certain.
Light of the blazing sun! Instant!
Yep, I got one. Now the others are like as we go up this path, so I probably should go there.
Try and stop me!
Hang in there! We're so close!
Full throttle!
There we go. And there it is. Seemingly still a bit tainted by the abyss, though.
I finally did it!
The iridescent moon's marrow. Still burning away like an undying flame, yet now contaminated by the abyss. It has taken on a new form entirely. If we can purify the abyssal power within, we should be able to obtain its untainted essence.
Leave it to me. Abyss absorption powers. Nice.
It's so
Love that
cold.
color.
Is it you?
Are you here?
Huh? Are you...
Damn it, Paimon, you responded!
At long last, I can see you once more. Our fates have crossed, and I am finally free. I'm sorry, I lied to you. Even knowing what was to come, I still couldn't let go of the fear in my heart as death drew near. The moment the moon shattered, my body began to split apart piece by piece. Like I was being cut into pieces by 1,000 blunt blades. My thoughts scattered as the cold crept in. But I could not bear to fade away like that. Tell me, what was it that brought you to us all that time ago? If only I had possessed your courage, then I might have been spared this torment more painful than death. You look so puzzled. That's how I felt too when I first saw you. But trust me when I say that everything happens for a reason. Farewell, Hypo.
What was that all about? Was that the goddess of the iridescent moon? Oh, it sounded like she was speaking to a long-lost friend. But none of us have ever met her before, right?
Perhaps. She took me for the goddess of the frost moon she once knew.
That makes sense.
For a fading soul like hers, our auras must be too similar to tell apart.
But anyway, we've got the iridescent moon's marrow now. That should help you regain your strength, right? Alright, time to leave this place and meet back up with Arlecchino. Let's go!
Oh.
That's odd. This place looks different than when we came in.
Waning moon, oh lifeless damsel.
Oh.
Oh no.
Hurry! The place is collapsing!
It wants to trap us here.
Who's it? The Abyss?
Now we've taken the moon marrow. All that's left here is a dark will. It will show us no mercy.
Oh, this is fun. It honestly certainly beats having to run ourselves, because that gets kind of boring. And of course, in cutscenes like this, they allow the traveler to use all of his elements. It's pretty much everything except for cryo.
This is where you fall. Witness my rise.
Arlecchino, thank you.
What are you waiting for?
And we're out! Hell yeah.
We made it! Was that you, Arlecchino? Did you save us? Wait, your hands! They're...
Oh, this?
No different.
Don't worry. It's a small price to pay. The Abyss wanted to trap you inside, and I defied its will by bringing you out. No wonder it's a little angry.
Is there anything I can do in return? If I can purify the abyssal power, then maybe...
No. I have paid the price, albeit a small one, and it cannot be undone. My hands have already fused with the Abyss. Purification would simply destroy whatever's left of them.
Ah, shit.
But surely... Oh... We're so sorry, Arlecchino. Paimon can't believe...
As much as I'd like to call it a favor, the truth is I was simply holding up my end of the deal. Well, Columbina.
Yes, you did your part. And as promised, I will leave the iridescent moon's marrow in your care. From this day forth, may the two worlds' flames burn ever more brightly.
Weren't you gonna use it first? Or did you already?
I'll take that as a blessing. Now,
Okay, here we go.
Columbina, give me your hand. Accept this moonlight I offer in return.
Actually, if we got in on this, would it be like the three moons coming together again? Ooh.
Feeling stronger?
Hey, Columbina!
I'm fine. Our powers are a little at odds, that's all.
By the Frost Moon's authority alone, wielding the power of the other moons was always going to be a stretch. Still, I think it's fair to say that your strength has returned. At least to the level it was at as Third Harbinger.
It's still not enough. There's no way I can hope to challenge Rayrir like this. Just one more ray of moonlight, if you would.
Please, Columbina, don't push yourself too hard.
It's okay. I can take it.
Our turn, I guess. Yep, there we go. All three moons. Ooh, back to blue.
How about now? Fighting fit?
At the very least, I won't have to stay hidden like before. I want to see him gone from Nod-Krai. The Rayrir of Solnari and his wild hunt must be sent back where they belong.
Well, it's good to have something to aim for. You certainly seem more alive now than you did earlier. When I first met you, you didn't strike me as a ray of moonlight. More like a wisp of fog drifting in from who knows where, ready to scatter at the first sign of a breeze. But now, you're full of vitality. Just like the Frost Moon, once the brightest of them all. May you keep shining, Columbina. This is who you are.
Thank you. Look after yourself too, Arlecchino. I know you have plans of your own, and that's why you're always seeking to grow stronger. But whatever you're after, don't let the Abyss take a hold of you. I do not wish to see you go down the same path as Rayrir.
I appreciate the concern, Columbina. Although perhaps it's time you took a new name.
A new name?
Yeah.
Kutar, the Moon Maiden, Columbina. They're nothing more than code names. They describe who she is and the roles she's played, but they're not her real name. We often use code names in the House of the Hearth, too. But it's knowing your real name that keeps you grounded. Up till now, you've been living a wandering life, so you've probably never really cared. All I'll say is this. Once you've defeated Rayrir, give it some thought. All right.
She's
that's
gonna
it from me.
say it for the first
I'll get you
time?
back safely first, then go meet
Upon
up with
defeating
Central.
Rayrir. Or in the battle, right before the final hit.
You're the best!
Let us know next time you need a hand. We'll be sure to return the favor.
I appreciate the gesture. It speaks to your good character. Anyway, let's get going. There are more urgent things to do right now than trade compliments.
Act 3 complete. Nation that does not exist. I believe Act 4 will start right now.
Close call, but we got the iridescent moon's marrow and restored Columbina's strength, and that's all that matters. In other words, mission accomplished. Paimon wonders how everyone else is doing.
So this was actually... Okay, I know where we are. Okay. This was empty in the cutscene, but it's actually one of these moon mirrors that had stuff beyond it that we had to go and fix. There were 3 of these, and they were the 3 points that we saw. And they all lead to here. There was a chest in the center here. Once we did all 3 of those, it lifted up from under the water. And they used this for the ritual. That makes a lot of sense. Oh. Hold on. Where I just came from. It's over there. There it is. Fucking... Oh, neither of these went there.
Rev the engines!
Let me just get this. I don't know what that is over there. This is what I wanted. Huh. Cool. I guess I'll find out what that is eventually. Wait. Literally right where I am? Oh. I'll grab that too. Oh. There it is. Got him. Okay. I got the thing. I'll mark that off in a moment. There's no fast travel close enough to this. Doesn't require some running. Hold on. What's up here? Oh, some exploration progress. We got 40%. Nice. I still have to go and do the bosses, and I missed a day because it was updating.
Oh, do you think the others are making good progress? Hope it's all going smoothly. Oh, hey look! They made it back as well! Flintz! Lama! How did it all go?
All is well, thank you. Nefer and Yehuda had to stay at the curatorium to wrap things up, so they won't be joining us for now.
I ran into Miss Anefa and Miss Aino on the way back. Their work is still in progress, so I suspect they won't be back for a while either.
You seem rather cheerful today, Mr. Flintz.
I certainly am. I achieved what I set out to do and came away with more than I bargained for.
More than you bargained for?
Fighting alone can get quite tedious, but I had the good fortune to run into a pair of brave young warriors.
Is that...
We meet again.
Oh shit,
How have you
Albedo?
Albedo! What are you doing here?
Been too long. Guessing you're here to see Varka.
That would be a natural assumption to make. It's also the correct one.
These two courageously lent me a hand while I was fighting the Wild Hunt. When they told me they were Sir Varka's colleagues, it all made sense. And given how people of outstanding talent tend to cross paths, it's no wonder you're already acquainted.
So, who's your travel buddy, Albedo?
Why don't you come and introduce yourself?
Wait a second. You're the
A
dragon!
gentleman of few words, I see. And a rather stern countenance. I presumed you were acquainted with him. Is that not the case?
They gave him a human form, or human-ish. Humanoid. Wait, those horns. You must be...
It's nice to meet you. Again. We've technically met before.
Wait a sec!
Yep.
You're Minnie Durin!
That's right. It's me. I'm glad to see you again.
By the way, he says it's okay if you drop the mini.
Yeah, I'm not as mini as I used to be.
Ah!
Interesting, isn't it? The first step towards blending into human society appears to be reflecting on whether one's name really reflects who they are.
Wow! You look so different! In a good way, of course.
Yeah, you're humanoid now.
Great to see you looking so healthy.
Thank you, Paimon. And although you're as mini as ever, I understand that diminutives don't always convey endearment. I'll be sure to simply call you Paimon, as a sign of my great respect for you.
Ooh, your voice is a bit awkward.
Smooth talker now. Paimon could get used to this. From now on, you may refer to her as your esteemed guide, Paimon.
I actually think a diminutive is warranted here. Little Paimon is pretty tiny, after all.
Personally, I think our little Paimon is the perfect size. When people call her Little Paimon, it's just because she's so adorable that they can't help themselves. If that's not a sign of endearment, what is?
You
didn't have to defend her.
Lama. My brother still has a long road ahead of him when it comes to understanding human relationships.
Anyway, speaking of long journeys, didn't
Wait a second.
Sorry, Columbina.
Hold
leave
on.
With you. How come she isn't back yet?
There's not a single human in this group. The Traveler is technically an alien. He's a descender. Paimon is whatever the fuck Paimon is. Lauma is of the Frostmoon Scions with their antlers. Flynn's is a fae. Albedo is a homunculus. And Durin is a dragon! Not a single human amongst us, unless, of course, the Traveler counts, despite being an alien. That's funny.
She's been catching up with old friends. Wouldn't be surprised if she stopped for a cup of tea or 10 on the way back.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
People are talking about me. Hope it's nothing negative.
Nope. Seems like she's in much better spirits after meeting her old colleagues.
Judging from your expressions, I'm guessing it all went well?
It's getting crowded here. I'll go grab some chairs.
Or we can all go inside.
No need. This is a job for an alchemist. I'll whip some up momentarily.
Thank you for your hospitality, ladies and gentlemen, but I was merely escorting my friends back. I'll be meeting Sandrone shortly, as we still have some things to discuss. It's been a pleasure, everyone. But this is where I'll say goodbye.
Figured as much.
We really appreciate your help.
Thanks for standing by us.
Oh, come on. Spare the formalities. I'm just glad I could help out some true friends.
I understand. Well, bye for now, Harlequino.
They keep...
Oh, this place is hopping. It's probably a good thing one of us left. Otherwise, we might not fit all these people in.
He was watching. But the Fatui are weird. They are the bad guys. In a lot of regards. But the Harbingers keep proving to at least be in some regards good people. Like, the only one I can think of who was unrepentantly evil, we actually killed. And then, of course, there's the one in charge, the Cryo Archon, who we have not met yet. But is in charge of the Fatui, and all the Fatui in the lower ranks are horrible people for the most part.
Are you saying we're about to run out of chairs?
As a matter of fact, I am. Come on in and see for yourself.
Act 4, an elegy for faded moonlight. Dainsleif! Wasn't expecting to see you, but you are
I overheard your
appropriate.
little chit-chat outside, by the way. With Miss Columbina's colleague gone, we should be back to the original crew plus the other colleagues I brought in.
Oh man, how would Dane have reacted
So,
to
it looks like we have another
Arlecchino?
new face. Someone else managed to rope in a colleague too?
Sorry, he's probably here for us.
Frankly, you and Paimon are the only people I know here.
This here is Dainsleif, colleague of Tibet's greatest guide, Paimon, and greatest adventurer, the Traveler. Well, not exactly colleagues, more sort of friends.
When someone else jumps in to do the announcing, you know you're speaking to someone important.
Let's hear what he has to say.
Note to self. Once Paimon knows your name, the rest of the world will soon follow.
When he comes looking for us, it's usually something important. Paimon's guessing you've heard about the Wild Hunt, then.
From the looks of it, you're about to hold a meeting. If I were to say that the Wild Hunt is our mutual enemy, would that earn me a seat at the table?
As the saying goes, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Mr. Dainsleif, there's a seat with your name on it. Though, I can't promise the same for everyone else. Hey, Albedo, think you can rustle up a couple more chairs?
After all this time apart, Grandmaster Varka's first order is to rustle up a couple more chairs. I've missed this.
Is he being sarcastic?
Hey, he's
Probably
your brother.
half.
Why are you asking us?
I've still got a lot to learn about the nuances of human conversation. Trying to decipher Albedo's way of speaking has been like jumping in at the deep end.
That's accurate.
Oh, good point. Paimon gets you now. Don't sweat it. There are people who go their whole lives without getting the hang of it. You're ahead of the game already.
Look at you, Paimon, expert in the art of encouragement.
I wonder what's taking
What was
her so
that?
long.
Perhaps you should go and check in with her. If anyone can hurry her along, it's you.
I just got back from the curatorium. Besides, aren't you curious to see what's taking her so long?
Miss Nefer doesn't strike me as the type to share secrets. And since gathering intel is her specialty, I'm guessing she'd prefer to keep her methods confidential. Under such circumstances, would it not be tactless for me to impose?
Oh, but it's fine for me to impose.
What can I say? You have an unrivaled ability to garner people's affection, Miss Moonchanter.
I mean, that's
Besides,
true.
You have far more in common with her than I do.
All right then.
I don't want to go, you go. I don't want to go, you go.
Impressive. She barely fought back at all. I admire your powers of persuasion, my friend.
As I'm sure Miss Lauma will realize soon enough, the trick in life is to always pitch in with other people's responsibilities so that you can be selective with your own.
Another trick is to simply hide in the background.
Yeah.
Spoken
Okay.
like a true sage.
Anyway,
Y'all are fun.
looks like we've got some time to kill before the meeting. Let's take a little breather, folks. And feel free to chat amongst yourselves. We'll get down to business once the other two arrive.
Chat with everyone while you're waiting. Okay.
You're both awfully quiet. Why don't I start us off with an icebreaker?
Oh no.
Much obliged.
Have either of you ever had your portrait painted? If not, I'd be glad to help.
That's a weird
That
icebreaker.
sounds like a lovely idea. You know how to paint, then?
I dabble occasionally.
He's an excellent painter. Tables, chairs, people, dragons, you name it. He'll paint it for you.
I'm flattered.
If I ever get the chance, I'd like to give it a try myself.
I'll bear that in mind. Anyway, how about you, Durin? What sort of portrait would you prefer?
Oh, I'd be fine with anything. Whatever style feels best to you.
Very well. Then I'll play it by ear.
You can replicate any style I want?
I can try. If you show me a sample, I'll do my best to match it.
Thank you. In that case, I'll dig up some reference material for you.
Why did... That was weird. It gave me some real weird vibes at the end there. I know he's an artificial human, but... Please don't make him like AI.
Is there something you'd like to say to me?
Yeah! For starters, why'd you just show up here without even giving us a heads up?
Hi, Monsons, when has he ever given us a
If
heads
you
up?
think back to our previous interactions,
Yeah.
you may recall that that's hardly out of character for me.
You do have a point there.
Sorted out your accommodation yet?
Oh yeah! You'll need to find somewhere to stay the night too, right? Want to tag along with us? You never know. We might get a group discount.
Sure. Let's do that.
Okay.
Great! Paimon! And in return, we can get Dainslift to be our very own personal bodyguard.
Paimon, you're thinking out loud again.
If that's what you had in mind, you should have said so sooner. I'd be happy to help.
Oh, okay then. Paimon was only kidding, but good to know.
Also,
Anyway,
we can
since
defend
we're all here
ourselves.
together, we might as well watch each other's backs. That's just what friends do, right?
Indeed. Thank you.
That was weird. Not as weird as the other one, but still.
Truth be told, I can't remember the last time I was in a meeting with so many people.
You're not alone there, my friend. The Lightkeepers also struggle to bring everyone together for a serious discussion.
I don't doubt that. I've only ever met two Ratniki, one being you, and the other being that young guy, Eatlua.
Eatlua is a good apple. I'll give
You're not
him
pronouncing
that.
the G?
He's kind, honest, and regularly delivers supplies to my lighthouse. A true Ratnik to the core. In that sense, he puts me to shame.
So you're what? A fake Ratnik? That's what it sounds like you're saying. But I get the feeling that's not quite what you meant. Come on, why the awkward silence?
Sorry. I'm not even gonna bother trying to hide it. You've known all along, haven't you, my friend? Now that was an awkward silence.
Let's just keep this between ourselves. Probably best if Eatlua doesn't know, huh?
That goes without saying. Gotta be careful what you share with youngsters, after all.
Anyone else in the know? Let me guess. The Traveler and Paimon?
It's dangerous being too sharp for one's own good, you know.
Then, in the name of the Animo Archon Barbados himself, I swear your secret's safe with me.
When we went for drinks, you said that you and Barbados were practically best buds. In the light of that claim, do you really expect me to take your oath seriously?
Of course.
Okay, Varka.
Just as long as you don't go spreading around the fact that I'm close with Barbados, all right?
Yeah. So he also knows who
Fair enough, then.
is in real life.
Nothing like a bit of mutual leverage to seal the bonds of friendship.
All right. So we are now aware that Varka is aware of a few secrets. Uh-oh. You two get in an argument. Or did you see Dane?
Miss Nefer, you made it after all. But what about Yehoda?
I'm here to give you an update on how things are going on our end. Once this is over, I'll be heading straight back to continue my work. I left Yehoda back at the Curatorium to watch over things while I'm gone.
Huh. So much for just this once.
Shh! Not so loud! We're on a roll here. What if she remembers and suddenly decides to back out?
Hi, Mon. You probably just made it worse.
Did you say something, Mr. Varka?
Huh? I didn't say anything. Right, Flints?
Must have been a frog. They get so noisy around here at nighttime. It's like they're putting on a concert in the background.
Anyway, before we begin, there's a few introductions to make. Let me start by saying that it's an honor to be speaking before so many distinguished colleagues and collaborators. First up, we have Miss Lauma. As Moon Chanter, she's the leader of the Frost Moon Scions, a local religious community in Nod-Krai. Then there's Miss Nefer, boss of the Curatorium of Secrets, an intel gatherer extraordinaire. Nefer is leading the investigation into Rerer's background, assisted by Yehoda and Lauma. From the little I've heard, they're making some great progress. Over here, we have Mr. Flints, a Ratnik and guardian of the abandoned lighthouse. In our last operation, he courageously distracted the Wild Hunt to buy time for the rest of us. For those of you who've never met, this is Mr. Albedo, a renowned alchemist and captain of the Knights of Favonius investigation team. By his side is a new face for us all, myself included, Mr. Durin, who's come to lend his aid. Next up, we have the Moon Maiden and former Fatui Harbinger, Miss Columbina. Then we have the Traveler, who's earned more titles than I could possibly hope to list out, so I'll spare you the rundown. And Paimon, the ultimate travel companion and quite possibly the best guide in all of Tevat.
Don't inflate her like that.
Great turnout.
Miss Nefer, it looks like you might have another
Ainsworth.
job coming your way. So, congratulations on the booming business, I guess.
You think I haven't got enough on my hands as it is? Who's looking for me now?
That would be me, Miss Nefer. I have a commission for you.
And you are?
Who I am doesn't matter right now. What does matter is that I'd like you to gather more intelligence about the Recher of Solnari.
What she's already doing.
Well, it's not as if we never take on anonymous commissions. But in your case, I'll have to decline. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say your job's probably more hassle than it's worth. Something about you seems like bad news.
It's my eyes, isn't it?
Conrian, I assume. And what's with the mask? Are you trying to hide your identity? In any case, the fact that you're even still alive raises an awful lot of questions for me.
My name is Dainsleif. And yes, I am from Conria. As I'm sure you're aware, the Recher of Solnari's real name is Rerir. He was once an acquaintance of mine.
Really? Then you must have been quite an influential figure yourself.
You flatter me, but none of that matters anymore. My point was simply to clarify why I have asked Miss Nefer to investigate Rerir's background.
Which she's already doing.
You're both from Conria, and it sounds like you used to be friends. What am I missing here? Surely you already know how he became one of the Five Sinners.
Also, you heard his name mentioned in those memories you were investigating. Y'all already have all of this information.
I'll tell you everything I know. The history of Conria, the names and identities of the Five Sinners. I remember it all like it was yesterday. I have never spoken openly of this before. But the truth was exactly as people say. The Five Sinners were each driven by their own desires, and it was by playing upon these that the Abyss tempted them to their fall, tearing Conria apart in the process. The visionary, Vedifenir, who wished to foretell the future. The wise, Haroptatir, who sought limitless knowledge. Gold, Rheindotter, who desired to create life. The foul, Sertologi, who pursued supreme strength.
So we met the foul. We, I believe, have met Rheindotter. She's part of that circle of witches. I didn't actually know she was Conrian until now.
And last, but not least, Recher of Solnari, Rerir, Ravager of the Moon. Of the five, Rerir is the only one who remains a mystery to me. He never harbored grand ambitions. So what changed in the space of a single night? How did he come to fall like the others?
In other words, you're saying that his change came as a shock to you, and you have no idea what actually happened?
That's right.
You mentioned how the Abyss tempted them, which led to their fall. But what did that look like in practice? And what other context can you give me about the events of that time? The more detail you can give me, the better.
Strangely, now that it comes to it, I hardly know where to begin. The fateful night took place during the era of the Eclipse Dynasty. One day, my elder brother, the visionary, Vedifenir, was summoned to the palace by the Vinster King, only for the king to gouge out his eyes and cast him into the dungeons.
Okay.
When I came to hear of this, my fury knew no bounds. I gathered together every ally I thought I had, and together, we set a night to storm the palace and free Ved. Centuries on, the memories of that night still haunt me, like a never-ending nightmare. We broke through the palace gates, just like we had planned, each striking towards our separate targets, But then, I was betrayed. Even Vedafenir, the very person I had come to rescue, abandoned me and partook of the Abyss's power.
So, it's personal after all. Then tell me, Mr. Dainsleif, what price are you willing to pay? You, of all people, must know that nothing comes for free.
I cannot say what price would be worthy of such a commission. But know this. Rerir was not always a madman. Believe it or not, there was a time when he was just an ordinary man, working for the Conrian Intelligence Service.
Yes, we know this.
Uncovering the truth of Rerir's past is the only way to unravel this mystery. But before you decide if you will accept my commission, I will tell you more about him. Enough, I hope, to help you plan your next move.
Sounds pretty good to me. Feels like we just flagged down a random passerby, only to discover he's actually a master strategist who has a score to settle with our enemy.
Must be all that good karma I've been building. Who knew having a Conrian friend would come in this handy? We knew. We all knew. We all knew. All of these stories tie back to Conry in some way. The fact that one of them is alive and talking to us is very important to the plot.
Can I borrow your halo? It could be useful in the lighthouse.
Hey, enough with the wisecracks! Besides, isn't that lamp of yours bright enough already?
Relax. It was meant to be a compliment. If that was a little over the top for your liking, I'll make sure to tone it down next time.
I'll give your proposal some serious thought, Mr. Dainsleif. Let's speak in private once the meeting is over.
Before that, there's a few things I'd like to share.
It always surprises me when he has voiced lines. In a good way. In a good way means he's actually getting the work he deserves. You recount meeting the Knave and how the iridescent moon's marrow was retrieved from the Crimson Moon space. You make it clear that the Knave chose to help you of her own accord, then conclude by reporting how the hearts of the three moons are finally in your hands.
Now that we've united the hearts of the three moons, your power should be greatly enhanced. But it seems like that hasn't happened yet.
It's happened.
I believe it will take a little longer. You've done so much for me, so I want to be completely honest with you all. Even though I'm doing a lot better now, the truth is, my recovery will likely be an ongoing process. From the moment I was born, my power has been slowly ebbing away. And that is because Tevat has never accepted me. Even with the moons united as one, it seems my rejection cannot be undone. So far, I have yet to find a solution. It may turn out to be a problem that will plague me until the day I finally leave this place behind.
It's your name.
Even so, I will do everything in my power to help you drive out the Rayhir of Solnari. As Arlecchino put it, this is not about chasing the spoils of victory. It's just a gesture of heartfelt gratitude.
Kutar.
She seems a lot more energetic and positive than she did when we first met.
Defeating the Rayhir of Solnari will be no easy task. While my strength slowly recovers, we'll also need to gather more intel.
Naturally. We should take all the help we can get if we hope to defeat him.
We've considered several viable plans now, but our choice hinges on the answers to a few key questions. Is it even possible to kill Rerir? What experiences shaped the person or monster he became? And what's he really after? Given Albedo's expertise in alchemy, I think we should leave him to try and answer the first of these questions.
Understood.
As for the other two, I'm afraid we'll have to count on you again, Miss Nefer. Believe me when I say it's not my wish to burden you. But right now, relying on your skills is our only option.
So you're placing all your hopes on me, huh?
We can't thank you enough for agreeing to help us. Honestly, I can hardly believe how lucky we are.
You sure have a talent for changing your tune, Miss Moonchanter. Timid like Yehoda one moment, then Flintz's insincere flattery the next.
Ladies, please. I must object to your portrayal of me. That's all. Feel free to keep bickering. Just pretend I'm not here.
I almost don't want to leave this room. I'm curious to see how this plays out.
I have faith in you, Miss Nefer. Something tells me you'll stand by us until the very end.
Oh? And what makes you so sure of that? What if I suddenly decide that my compensation is insufficient?
This isn't about the money. I can sense that you've got a deep-seated distaste for Rerir. And knowing you, that alone is motive enough.
Look at them getting along so well. Like two peas in a pod.
Are you sure about that,
And
Varka?
I'm the one they accuse of insincere flattery. There is no justice.
Miss Lauma, you have to understand something. Unlike you, I don't actually enjoy having everyone's hopes on my shoulders.
Is that right? Well, maybe the fact that I'm willing to put my hopes in other people says more about me than you. But the fact is, I also trust you. And that's because I know that you're someone we can count on.
Anyway, we've got our plan, so let's get moving.
Do we?
Mr. Dainsleif, let's talk. And Traveler, once we're finished, if you've nothing else planned, I'd like you to come with me.
This whole experience is teaching me a lot. For instance, I now know that when other issues come up in the future, I'll have far more luck getting Lauma to convince Miss Nefer than trying to do it myself.
Don't say that out loud!
Hate to say it, friend, but that's one of the funniest things I've heard in a while.
Why? You think I've got it wrong?
Quite the opposite. But what makes it so hilarious is how long it's taken you to realize.
Oh, jeez. Nefer and Dainsleif converse intently for quite some time. From the gravity of their expressions, you can tell how heavily the next stage of the plan weighs upon them both. After a short chat, Albedo and Durin head off with Varka on what they describe as a sample-finding mission. Lauma steps out for a while, then comes back loaded up with emergency medicine. She tells you that while people rarely expect to get hurt, it's her duty to be ready when they do. You and Paimon wait patiently for Nefer, content to see how well everyone is working together. Once Nefer is finished, you follow her and Lauma back to the curatorium. Just gonna put us there, yes? Yes, but then we still have to walk in and talk. What the hell is this? Message board. Curatorium Secrets message board. If you have any feedback or suggestions regarding commission, please leave a note. What the... I'll deal with this later. I think. That's interesting. I don't know if that actually is something. Okay, back here.
Thank you for waiting.
It's okay. We actually used the time to help Dainsleif get a room at the hotel.
Apparently.
That's very considerate of you. Now, I trust you share my curiosity about Rerir's past, and you seem fairly familiar with Mr. Dainsleif already.
That's right. We've known each other for quite some time now.
We spoke at some length after the meeting. He was the one who suggested I should invite you to join this operation. He feels confident that these secrets will be safe with you.
Dane has a lot of faith in us, that's for sure.
Thanks for your trust too, Nefer.
Likewise. I appreciate that you got right on board without interrogating me about why I invited you. It shows that you trust me to explain everything in due course.
That's because we know what you're capable of. We appreciate you too, Nefer. You might have been forced to help in the beginning, but this time, it was your choice.
Jeez, Paimon.
That's one way to put it. Another is
Bit rough.
this, that once a decision's been made, it's set in stone. After that, my only goal is to see it through. Alright, so here's how it is. I'm going to access Rarir's thoughts again using my confidential method. Now, I'm sure you've seen things like this before on your travels, so you're surely well aware of how dangerous it can be. The reason I've gathered you all here is to ensure my safety during the proceedings. I plan for us to enter the fragment of his consciousness together, and once inside, I will focus on searching for information. Think of this as a diving expedition into someone's brain. If I'm the diver, you are my safety equipment, tasked with keeping me alive while I'm under the surface. Once the ceremony begins, we will all be spying on privileged information. But in the interests of safety, you must remain absolutely silent at all times. We will discuss our observations after the ceremony has concluded.
Did you hear that, Paimon?
Lastly, any individuals of a weaker constitution are advised not to partake in the ceremony. In any case, Paimon has her own job to do, which requires staying in the room, but not joining the ceremony.
Never conspicuously left out the details of her confidential method. I guess her brain diving techniques are a trade secret.
Well, good luck, everyone. Sounds like all Paimon can do is cross her fingers and root for you guys.
And just
There's
make
a
sure we're
little
not
more to
interrupted.
it than that. I was being serious when I said you have a job to do. While the rest of us are inside Rarir's mind, it's imperative that we have a team member on the outside. In the event that something goes wrong, you will be our first responder. I don't anticipate any issues, but the extra level of safety will be greatly appreciated.
I second that. This is a dangerous operation here, and you're our whole rescue team. That's...
So,
Yeah.
Paimon's like the lifeguard? Yeah, that makes sense. All right, got it.
Good. Please, take a seat. We'll get started momentarily.
Alright, guess we're diving back in.
So, did Mr. Dainsliff tell you anything else?
He told me that he believes Rarir kept some big secrets in his life. He's not sure that they were the cause of his eventual downfall, but he's asked me to uncover what those secrets were all the same.
But surely you're not planning to go through with this, no matter the cost.
If you think that, you'd be overestimating me. I'm a businesswoman, not a mercenary.
We're a mercenary.
But I do have my own professional reasons for taking this job. You think I'd turn down the opportunity to get a first-hand glimpse into Conrian history? No chance.
Well, as long as you don't let morbid curiosity get in the way of safety concerns, we're good. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
You're such a killjoy.
She's got incense, candles, almost feels like a summon ritual. Seems like Nefer still has no intention of sharing her trade secrets, but now's not exactly the moment to pry. I see there's a chest set on the table. That's what that is. I would have just called it a box. Could that have something to do with her intel gathering methods?
All right, I'm good to go.
all set over here too.
I'm ready as well.
Promise, Paimon, you'll be extra careful.
Pinky promise.
All right. Let your whole body relax. We're about to begin. Close your eyes.
And we're back.
Phew. Could this be his office? Pretty standard setup. Bookshelves, paperwork, files. According to Dainsliff, Rarir used to be an intelligence operative. Chances are there's plenty of top secret intel stashed away in this room. Is this where you keep your secrets, Rarir? Can't say I'm not looking forward to this.
Some of this feels like it's written as if we didn't see the previous scene. Odd.
A file tucked inside a folder. The title reads, Dear Breakfast Shop Owner. It's a list of names, but at this stage I have no idea who any of them even are.
This stage, you say, so I might have to come back to these after this. No, I'll check the other one.
Wonder what kind of encryption technique this is. Seems like it has to be inserted into that camouflage device nearby. Aha! It's an audio recording.
Please, hear me out. I can't shake this feeling that someone's been spying on our house. No, I'm not being paranoid. It's true. I saw someone dressed in all black. It was a couple of days back, but that was on another street, not near my house. I swear, I know what I saw.
There's a note in the margin. Surveillance of the Runforther residence has concluded. We apprehended the target and filed the mission report last night. Could the voice in the recording belong to one of Rarir's targets?
Oh, we can jump.
Bookshelves full of documents. Looks like these are all files, packed with the personal details of individual Conrians. The Crimson Moon dynasty preceded the eclipse. Since Rarir worked as a secret agent during the latter, it stands to reason that he was tasked with purging remnants of the old dynasty. Yep. Lines up exactly with what Dainsleif told me.
And what we saw last time.
A box containing a ring inlaid with a precious gem. Must be for his girlfriend.
Okay. What?
Today's files are in. Time to wade through them, just like usual. Male, 51. Occupation, cook. Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has maintained frequent contact with other descendants over the past year. Poses a threat to the dynasty.
As a cook?
Neutralized.
Oh, already killed. Oh, we can adjust our view this way. Oh.
This one should be archived under purged targets. Female, 23. Occupation, office clerk. Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has maintained frequent contact with other descendants over the past year. Poses a threat to the dynasty. Neutralized. Another one for purged targets. Sounds like she was that other man's daughter.
Oh.
Never mind. Male, 40. Occupation, teacher. Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has been observed making contact with other descendants during the past year. Neutralized on... Just another nobody for the archive. Come to think of it, I remember surveilling this man. A case like his never would have been considered a priority in the past. Huh. He barely even interacted with other Crimson Moon descendants.
It's like a child.
Female. 16. Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has been observed making contact with other descendants during the past year. Poses a threat to the dynasty. Neutralized on... Filed. I have no recollection of this girl. None whatsoever. She doesn't seem to be anyone important, but then again, how many of them really are. Female, 13.
No names.
Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has been observed making contact with other descendants during the past year. Neutralized and... filed. Male, 11. Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has not been observed making any contact with other descendants during the past year. Poses a threat to the dynasty.
Even though he hasn't?
Neutralized and...
Killed an 11-year-old? They are trying to wipe out the entire bloodline.
Male. 6.
6?
Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Poses a threat to the dynasty.
It's funny, isn't it? Your job is becoming both harder and easier at the same time, depending on how you look at it. Sooner or later, the Crimson Moon descendants will be completely wiped out. But as their numbers dwindle, they become harder and harder to track down.
That's not how it is.
Fortunately, however, most of the able-bodied adults have already been taken care of. The remaining weaklings will be increasingly easy to deal with.
No! No. My job is to ensure the survival of the Eclipse Dynasty. And the only way to do that is by eliminating any and all potential threats. It's a perfectly legitimate line of work. Every single one of my colleagues can attest to my fairness. And if my friends were aware of the facts, I know they'd back me up too. Assuming, of course, that they were aware of all the facts.
Huh. Oh, it's open. Why is this place overgrown?
Mr. Vedifalnir, it's been quite some time since we last met.
Like, they've set up this environment as if it were the ruins that we explore in the main game. But this is supposed to be back when they weren't ruins. Why are they overgrown like this?
Rerir, I trust you're here because you have something important to discuss.
Forgive me. I wasn't tuning out, it's just, I noticed you didn't even phrase that as a question. As if you knew I was coming. Tell me, does someone in your position ever feel the need to ask questions at all?
It is indeed within my power to foresee certain things. Things like your arrival.
I was just thinking. It won't be long before I'll be inviting both you and Dane to my wedding.
That isn't a lie, but nor is it a fact as such. It's a wish, isn't it?
No fooling a prophet, is there?
Ever since that day we met for drinks, I knew it was only a matter of time before you came looking for me.
Does it feel good? Knowing how the future will unfold.
I'm afraid the notions of good and bad fail to capture the complexity of what such a power entails. Once you've seen what will come to pass, it can be all too easy to succumb to fear and melancholy. Unless, of course, you learn to abandon these feelings. You fear my silence, and long to hear the words I left unspoken that day.
That's right.
You must have noticed my reluctance to broach the subject. And the reason is simple. Because the truth could never have lived up to your hopes. For both our sakes, Such words are better left unsaid. The burden of prophecy was never meant for your shoulders.
So who exactly do you deem worthy to hear your prophecies? None but our exalted king?
Or rather, our king as he once was.
You're closer to his majesty than I am. You must know better than anyone how much he's changed.
You say that as though it is to my benefit. Yet precisely because of that, I dare not speak rashly. A king can turn out to be the most virtuous of rulers, or a tyrant more terrible than the most vicious of dragons.
You are so wise and far-sighted, yet still you would have me live in fear of the unknown?
You make a fair point. Especially given my silence alone was all it took to send you spiraling downwards. Very well then. Let me offer you some advice. And I say this not as a prophet or a visionary, but simply as the brother of your friend. For many reasons, there is very little chance of your marriage ending in happiness. If happiness is what you seek, you should find another fiancé.
Shit, dude. That's,
Hold on. There's that same black fog again.
green, actually.
Could this memory belong to Thelindis? Guess I better tread carefully.
Wait. Hear me out. This time we finally got a clear look at his face and learned his true identity. His name is Rayrir, and he claims to be one of the king's guards.
What did you say?
A cruel irony, isn't it? The man you're set to marry leads a double life as a brutal executioner.
Why are you telling me all of this now?
Simple. It's because I want you to kill him. You are the only person he would never suspect.
No, absolutely not. I would never dream of doing such a despicable thing.
So you'll just stand by and watch him slaughter us to the last. Do not forget that the blood of the Crimson Moon flows in your veins too.
Yeah, there
The
we
blood
go.
of the Crimson Moon? What does that matter now? The dynasty has long been dead and gone. You think that alone is reason enough for me to throw away everything I have?
Why wouldn't it be? You two were once a child of the Crimson Moon, just like me. Don't tell me you've never felt so much as a flicker of fury for the way we were trampled into the dust.
As long as you promise to abandon this pipe dream of restoring your dynasty, I can try to persuade him. Or have him persuade the Vinster King.
Persuade the Vinster King? Do you even know why he's so obsessed with hunting us down? Why he keeps trying to force us to hand over our secrets over and over again? Or why we refuse to give up on restoring the dynasty? The Vinster King. A blind fool. His eyes clouded by powers from beyond this world. A petty little man with a miser's heart. And he dares to sit upon the throne? Mark my words. Sooner or later, Conria will fall. And it will be his doing. If you can't bring yourself to do it, so be it. Just you watch. It won't be long before calamity descends upon us all.
The Rayrir of Solnari. That really is quite a secret you've been keeping from me, Rayrir. But who am I to talk? Am I really any better? I've kept my own past a secret this whole time too. Love should be built on honesty. But ours was born from lies. And yet... is it really so wrong to hide things that would only make life harder? If we don't cover up the parts that no one else should see, how can we go on pretending to be normal? Vedifulnir must have known all this. And that's why he made his prophecy. In the end, nothing stays hidden forever.
But I won't just sit by and watch this disaster unfold. I'll do everything in my power to protect what I cannot afford to lose, no matter who I have to face.
Interesting.
Huh? Was that Rerir who just walked past the window? Doesn't it give you the chills that he still takes the same road to work every day, as if nothing ever happened?
Those people at the deli.
Enough already. They're clearly pretty taken by their own disguises, so just smile and play along. Pull the rug from under beasts like that, and you'll risk having your throat torn out.
Deli? Oh. They're talking about those people from the opposition. Right. I'd almost forgotten they used to run a deli. People of no consequence always vanish so easily. And no one even remembers them.
But surely you can see he's not the man he pretends to be! So many have died already, and they say that the king's madness grows with each passing day. We're not going to survive this, are we? But why does it have to be this way? Do we really deserve to die just because of the blood that runs through our veins? Felindis, are you even listening?
Why are these children so well spoken?
Sorry, Freether. My mind was off wandering. I heard you, though. You're talking about what Rerir said. He's just following the king's orders. He's a secret agent, and it's his job to hunt down rebels and dissidents.
By the time you first met him, he'd already taken lives. Maybe he was using you from the very beginning.
No. Rerir has no idea I have anything to do with the Crimson Moon. My family are only distant relatives of the main lineage, and besides, my eyes are perfectly ordinary. Truth be told, apart from my teacher, pretty much no one knows I have any connection to any of it. It's been a long time since my family severed ties.
But as Orlog said, who could possibly talk sense into that raving lunatic of a king? No one.
I'll work something out. Trust me, I'm with you all. But for now, you need to keep yourselves hidden. Don't let anyone find you, anyone at all. Don't forget that Rerir is an Eclipse operative. You need to be extra careful when he's around. And when I am too. For now, don't come looking for me. And if anything happens to me, just act like we've never met.
If even you can't escape this, what hope do the rest of us have? But after all this time together, surely he wouldn't lay a hand on you.
Wouldn't want to.
I won't speak in his defense, nor can I give you a clear answer to that question. But I'll do everything I can to put an end to this. Here, hold on to this. If an opportunity to escape presents itself, take it. You'll be glad you took some spare change.
You call that change? But what about you?
I've got a job, and there's still money coming in. But you can't go anywhere right now. Please think about yourself for once.
Well, okay then. Training room. Through the other door.
Another day, another round of assassination training. Training ground is just beyond this hidden passageway.
When you kill a person, doesn't it bother you when you end up covered in their blood?
Why would it? Aren't we all just walking blood bags?
But not everyone is accustomed to hunting down others like prey. You've been a hunter for so long now. You seem to have forgotten that most people don't just go around killing one another.
Leave me alone.
Okay, a bunch of training dummies. Already knocked down. Begin training.
Choose your angle well. Keep your movements light and brisk. Pray won't sense a thing.
I know that. I'll bet no one's ever died a quiet death at your hands.
I work clean. No traces.
Make it open and above board.
Seems we have another martial artist.
To need you right now. What if somebody doesn't?
That won't happen.
He's changed. Ever since he showed the gallows of that power. In the beginning, he only had to take on a handful of the guilty. But now...
The ones I've dealt with have always been guilty. And I've carried out my work flawlessly.
I don't think we actually have to fight them. Probably just let them go down.
Can't hide the truth. No more lies.
You know why Felinda didn't accept your proposal, don't you? Was it because he didn't trust you? Or something else?
Oh. Oh, that's a lot of dead kids. We gotta go in both, so it doesn't matter what order.
Delindis, do you still remember Orlog?
Orlog?
The boy who was pretending to sell flowers. You spoke for quite a while, didn't you?
Yes, we did. What about him?
He was arrested 2 days ago. Chances are he's already dead.
He...
I just don't get it! After everything he's done, why do you still stand by him? Or does it mean nothing to you that people keep dying?
No, that's not... Just hear me out.
I need to go now, Thelindis. They're looking for us. You take care too. If you ever need a place to hide, come find us.
Why they didn't just put it in one spot?
Author Thelindis. Over the course of this week, the research object was subjected to interference for a total of 47 hours for experimental purposes. The results are as follows. All subjects of observation that were sent inside have now... The situation within is proving more problematic than anticipated. No progress whatsoever. What now? Won't you give me even a glimmer of hope? Things are getting worse by the day. I have to find a way or we'll all be in danger. But I... If all this research comes to nothing, what then? Sooner or later, it'll be my neck on the line. But could he really bring himself to kill me? No. Surely he wouldn't have the heart.
Turn to the office, but... Oh, there's a barrier. Wanted to go up there and look. Like, there's a wall over there. Why not actually... Okay. That's fun.
Why won't you just let us go? We don't even know each other. All we want is to live ordinary, peaceful lives.
You want... to live?
Yes. I just want to go on living. Is that really such an unforgivable crime?
You want to go on living. I want to keep living too. To keep living forever. That's why I have no choice but to continue on the path I'm on. If only some savior would suddenly swoop down and change the way the world is. Too bad that's not going to happen. Imagine that. If there really were such a person, you and I wouldn't be standing here like this, would we?
Okay. Honestly, I don't mind a scene that forces us to walk through it.
Today's files are in. Time to wade through them just like usual. No, I don't get tired of it. It's my job. And not only am I lucky to have it, I'm good at it too.
And it's also driving you insane!
Wait. That's... Thalindis? No. No! Why? But you bear no mark of the Crimson Moon. How could you possibly have anything to do with them? It cannot be. A diluted bloodline. Carefully concealed. I see it now. You've been living in the shadows just like me. What a fool I've been. Numbing myself with talk of justice. Even imagining my friends would back me up. But in the end, Irminsul. Finster King! How far are you going to take this? From the direct bloodline to secondary offshoots? And then what? Today it's the descendants of the Crimson Moon. Who will it be tomorrow? Will you not rest until everyone down here is dead? No. This cannot go on. This is where it ends.
Well, okay then. We finally had enough. About goddamn fucking time.
You're really letting me go?
I am. As long as you can guarantee that no one will find you.
Don't worry, I'll be extra careful. No one will know I was here. But what about you? If you let me go, you won't be able to complete your mission, will you?
Good point. In that case, maybe you should stay.
No, please! I just want to see the outside world again. To...
Go on living?
Yes. I know you're a man of your word. So please, just let me go.
If I let you leave, what will become of me? Just kidding. Go, now. But remember, don't let anyone know you were caught. We'll be seeing each other again very soon if you do.
Even shadows in the dark must live by a code. But you can't save everyone.
You've been whispering in my ear for days now, Vedifalnir. What are you trying to do? Break me down?
I only say this because you long for an answer to your problems. Let her go, Rerir, or you risk losing everything.
I will not abandon Thalindis.
Then you'll need a little more vigilance and a lot more power. The world is changing, Rerir. Keep your eyes peeled for your moment of opportunity.
That voice used to be so unclear. But now I know exactly whose it is. It's Vedifalnir. He won't tell me how to actually resolve any of this, but he keeps trying to manipulate me like a puppet. What's his game here? Tell me then. What will this moment of opportunity look like? And no answer. He's like a ghost. Always disturbing me when I'm on edge, but never answering when I need him most.
So, the Eclipse Dynasty was purging, well, massacring the descendants of the Crimson Moon. And it seems like it was all connected to the Vinster King's research. The King's obsession with abyssal power left the future of Conria hanging in the balance. No wonder every aspect of Rarir's life was so unstable. And it looks like this Thelindis, Rarir's would-be fiancée, herself belonged to a sub-branch of the Crimson Moon Dynasty's descendants. It almost defies belief that a couple like them could hide the truth from each other for so long. If the Vinster King hadn't intervened in such a drastic way, they might have gone on deceiving each other for the rest of their lives. And why does Vedderfanir, Daneslif's older brother, keep talking in Rarir's head? This guy kept more secrets than I ever imagined. The human mind is like a vast desert of shifting sands. When you follow the flow of someone's memories, you only ever see the parts they're willing to let surface. Time for something a bit more creative. We've been inside Rarir's mind this whole time, building up a picture of his psyche. There's already enough clues on the board to start reading between the lines and mapping out the rest. Now, we can finally begin to put the pieces together. Sure, it'll only be a reconstruction, part simulation, part reasoning, but it's usually pretty accurate. Once we've built up a cognitive profile, we just need to cross-check the logic behind his actions. And then we'll be able to take a sneak peek at whatever it is that Rarir has really been hiding.
This.
Rarir,
Dang.
are you there?
Huh. Oh. Hey, look! Gameplay! Moving pieces consumes action points. When all your action points are used up, you'll be returned to the previous save point. When a piece moves to a square with this marking, the green diamond, you'll gain the corresponding number of action points. The square will also become the latest save point. I see. Interesting.
Hey, Rarir! Come out, it's urgent.
Dane? What's wrong?
Quick, come with me.
Oh.
I'll explain everything once we've met up with the others.
Okay. I'll come. But the Lindis is still over at the Universitas. I'll need to leave her a note.
All right then, but make it quick.
I've never seen Dane so worked up before. Whatever this is, it must be big trouble.
Oh, was Rarir part of the people he gathered to go and take out the king? Okay. Say, oh, yep. Movement squares do not consume action points. Alright. So I did kind of look up the wiki to see, like, how much is left in this chapter. We're going to play tonight until we have control again and I can go off and do other things, like fight those bosses on my own. Bosses, they're just collection points, really. So once we have control to go and do whatever we want again, that's where we'll leave it for the night. But we will have at least one more stream of this, if not two. Oh, hold on. To back up first. Oop, we got two more pieces. More people.
Well, this is a nice change, meeting you all at this hour.
Granddaughter.
When men and women of ambition can speak face to face in broad daylight, I say that's a big step forward for our dear Conria.
Don't be ridiculous.
Certology.
We do not fear the day. Why would we seek refuge in the night?
You might ask your blade that same question. I'm told it prefers the cover of darkness. The word on the street is that Certology only strikes when he has an unfair advantage. But that is patently false. I see you're missing an arm and a leg. Surely only a fair fight could explain that.
If this is your way of offering me replacement limbs, believe me, I'll take them.
Oh.
Oh, we can certainly discuss that. With bioalchemy, anything is possible. Assuming I have your full support.
I believe
in my
Rheindotter is the
research.
one who created Albedo.
Lunatic. Robtatir, what brings you here?
You, we have not met.
Why, Dainsleif, of course. He invited me. Please, cast aside your apprehensions, Miss Rheindotter. Whatever the rumors may say, I am but a humble servant of the king, and I can assure you he affords me no greater convenience than he does you.
Well, the Universitas Magistrorum won't stop fawning over you. So at least some
You're
of
the
the
closest
rumors
one to
must
say
be
it right.
true. You're clearly doing well for yourself, so drop the humble servant act. It endears you to no one. You're president of the Universitas Magistrorum, the chief royal mage known as the Wise by royal appointment, and by far the most favored among the 4 pillars of Conria.
Exposition.
Vice President Veet doesn't even try to hide his envy when he sees you.
My success is the product of hard work and good luck. It's as simple as that. Were the king not such an extremist, I hardly think I would have received a senior post at my age. Of course, no job is without its gripes. Serving a king like ours can be a challenging task, as I'm sure you can imagine.
How you go to kill him.
And as for Efterveet, in missing out on the presidency, he's dodged a mountain of stress. Like everything else in life, it comes with pros and cons.
You're all here. I apologize for the short notice, but it was an emergency.
You must be Rarir.
Mr. Certology. Yes, I handled your case file during your sentencing. Nothing personal, of course. I'm pleasantly surprised that you remember me.
You're clearly a person of substance if you've been invited here. But Dainsleif, you'd better have a very good reason for convening this little gathering.
It's my brother, Vedalfenir. After he spoke at the court this morning, the king was so infuriated by his words that he had him blinded in both eyes and thrown in prison.
Vedalfenir in prison? Strange. I thought the king trusted him and Horoptatir more than anyone else in the world. Does this mean the king's circle of trust just got even smaller?
It has nothing to do with trust. It's about what the king wants, which is as clear as day to anyone paying attention. I simply appease him, because it's in the best interests of
Did you not just hear that he was blinded?
Magistrorum.
And also because you're slimy. Vedalfenir, perhaps less so. But still, a visionless visionary? It rather inclines me to think that qualifications are not what get you ahead in Conria.
Do you honestly think this is an important discussion to be having right now?
Dane, what are you planning to do?
Rescue Vedalfenir, I assume.
Correct. It will mean storming the palace by force. Tonight. I need all of you on my side.
That's far too dangerous. And don't forget, Dainsleif, you're captain of the Royal Guard. You swore an oath to the throne.
You've been planning this for a while, haven't you?
I have no desire to commit treason. But whatever critique the king may have of Vedalfenir, disfiguring your most loyal subject for putting the best interests of his court and nation first, this is not the conduct of a wise ruler. My blade will force the king to see the error of his ways.
So, Vedalfenir's prophecy enraged the king. I'm sure it wasn't what he wanted to hear, but if he won't take counsel even from the visionary, that is deeply troubling news. The extent of His Majesty's madness is now all too clear. The question is, How does a man like me get out of this situation unscathed?
Aside from that last sentence, you should have said
noble
that out loud.
ambitions, Dane. But I'm afraid they don't do much for a guy like me. I'm not interested in saving the world. All I want is a letter of pardon.
A letter of pardon? For whom? Thelindis?
Probably.
The chances of the Vinster King issuing a pardon for anyone connected to the Crimson Moon seem vanishingly slim.
Never said it was a good plan. Ooh, bigger board now.
This black fog over the board must have some connection to Thelindis. But why is it taking this form? Does it have something to do with Rarir's past? Another mystery I'll need to unravel.
Consume the marked number of action points to defeat your opponent's pieces. Your pieces will only attack when they have more action points than needed to defeat your opponent's piece. Great. Which means do that. Yeah, I just need to investigate. Oh, that's not enough, is it? So we do actually have to go this way. Okay. So we have to fight. Okay. Made us go the long way around.
Author Thelindis. Over the course of this week, the research object was subjected to interference for a total of 60 hours for experimental purposes. The results are as follows. Research dating back to the Crimson Moon Dynasty has established 2 points regarding moon marrow. Firstly, its origins have something to do with a god's power. Secondly, it serves as a portal to an as-yet indeterminate location. Moon marrow can thus be defined as a spatial gateway. However, there are a number of hurdles to overcome before we can answer the question of where it leads to. To start with, opening the gateway requires a specific power source, which the relevant literature indicates. An enormous amount of power is then required to keep the gate open. Currently, the total power output of our instruments remains in the single digits. To make matters worse, I am now the only staff member remaining in the Moon Marrow lab. The Universitas Magistrorum recently decided to move most of its personnel into abyssal energy research, which has stymied all Crimson Moon-related projects. This is not a wise move. I have always maintained that placing all our hopes in a single source of power is risky, especially one as poorly understood as this. As well as making ourselves overly reliant on a single resource, we are neglecting other promising technologies. I apologize if this comes across as disrespectful. But as a Moon Marrow researcher, I desperately want to see the world beyond the gateway. If we really made it there one day, what would we find? And how would we go about taming the unknown? My imagination is endlessly fueled by questions such as these.
Never went beyond that the portal we just found the Moon Marrow in, or there's another reason. Work. There now. one's pretty straightforward, at least. Or not. We'll be back here. So not that way. Huh. Okay. Once again, there were technically only 2 routes.
This is for you. I heard you're gonna leave the city with your parents.
Thelindis, did you hear about what happened?
I've heard nothing. Rerir got back very late last Friday, and he was acting a little unusual, but he slept pretty well, so I'm guessing whatever he did was a good deed. You never saw him, and I don't know what he did. And this conversation never happened. You understand?
What if he finds out that you pried into his secrets?
Don't be silly. I don't know what secrets he does or doesn't have. All I know is he's just a normal guy who happens to run some errands for the king.
Are you scared of him?
I don't know. The Rerir I know doesn't match the person you all describe. Logically, I should be scared of him. And yet, I don't want to lose him. But enough about that. You should get going, and be careful with the package I gave you. Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
What's in it?
A piece of the moon.
Oh.
All you need to know is that as long as you keep it safe, then in the future, everyone will be able to see a red moon.
What?
A red moon? You mean our moon?
That's right. Our moon. Promise me you'll look after it.
I promise, Thelindis.
The Crimson Moon bloodline will never die out. Its light, the color of blood, will become like a fire that flows in our veins, no matter how long it takes.
Huh. Okay. The only game I stream where I will like actively lie down while watching the cutscenes. They just go on so long. Okay. Ooh, few possible paths. Let's try this one first. That's a trap. But that's enough.
Hurry, everyone, and stick to the plan.
Sir Dainsleif, what are you? Is this treason? You know what happens to those who betray the throne. Please, don't do this!
It is the king himself who has betrayed the throne. He has betrayed all of Conria.
If you have any love left for justice in your heart, you should join me.
It's showtime. Dane and his group will handle the troops in the palace. Then Hraptatir and Rhindaughter will disarm the security measures. My job is to enter the prison and rescue Vedifalnir. Stay safe. Wish me luck.
Look after my brother. Draw your blade. It is time for justice to prevail.
Oh. They're still on the board. However, we saw Rerir move this way, so I think they're just gonna stick there and we go this way. seems so. Oh. Okay. I made it. Oh, damn. Definitely the other way then. What? Why didn't it pick that up? Can I only pick it up when I have none left? One left? Okay. Okay, so we actually had to defeat the guy and then go back. Interesting. I didn't realize they would stay destroyed.
Filthy. And the smell is abominable. Clearly, the king doesn't allow his prisoners a single shred of dignity. This is dire. Found you. Hello, Mr. Vedafilnir.
Ah, it's you.
Surprised? Oh, wait. I guess surprise isn't an emotion that prophets feel very often.
I certainly felt some surprise in the moment when I was blinded. Surprise at the king's sheer ignorance. Surprise at just how unfairly this world responds to words of earnest remonstration.
I'm curious. What did you prophesize this time?
It wasn't a prophecy. It was a word of warning. Someone had to say it. The king has forsaken all reason in pursuit of his obsessions. I simply told him that if he continues on this path, Khaenri'ah will surely fall.
But he didn't listen. Worse still, he stabbed you in both eyes and locked you away. Dane asked for my help. The court is in complete chaos now, but I'm sure you predicted that.
Everything is transpiring as I foresaw, yet I am powerless to change it. Fate is an immutable force. I can but lament as the inevitable unfolds. I do wonder whether giving a man the power to see the future does nothing more for him than slowly crush his spirit.
Forgive my curtness, Vedafilnir, but the king did not suddenly turn on you today. His suspicions have been brewing for a long time. You can't have wisdom beyond the reach of your fellow man without attracting his fear and suspicion. There are things the king does not want to see. So, he doesn't want you having visions of them either. He blinded you because he thought this would make the visions stop.
He wasn't entirely wrong. I did indeed lose my power to see the future. Right up until...
Until what?
Just now. I believe I saw something new.
Well, tonight could go a lot of different ways. 5 of us banded together to storm the palace, also we could rescue you. This will go down as the most tumultuous day in Khaenri'ah history.
I sense hatred in you, but also hope. A desperate hope that with the tyrant deposed, that will be the end of the story.
Yeah.
But this is
Never
not
is.
the end. It is the beginning of a new chapter, in a whole new story. There are many men of honor and courage in this world, Rerir. But you are not one of them. You're not here for justice, are you? You're here for yourself. Is that a dagger? Interesting. Why not the polearm? It was always your weapon of choice.
Also, how do you know?
With your abilities, I don't doubt that you were able to recover some of your sight. But I also doubt that you want to make an enemy of me right now.
Of course not. We're on the same side, aren't we?
We could be. But I need you to be honest with me, Vedafilnir. At this point, you're my only hope for the future.
You mean your future? With your beloved, Thelindis?
Yes. And I know there are bigger things at stake here. A dynasty, a nation, maybe the entire world. But forgive me, I care first and foremost about myself. I can't abandon the one I love to save myself. I just can't do it. But you see a broader picture of the future than I. You see the solutions to the biggest problems of our age. So tell me, what is my solution? What's the answer?
In matters of fate, answers are either right or wrong. What will be and what will not. Maybe you are willing to pay a certain price in the pursuit of happiness, but unfortunately, fate does not negotiate. That is the cruelest thing about fate. It is unmoved by your sacrifices.
That can't be true. I know it's your voice that I keep hearing in my head, urging me to see how the world is changing, to seek more power, so I can protect the things I love. You show me disaster, but you won't show me how to avoid it? Why? Why are you doing all this?
My voice. In your head.
It's not him, it's the Abyss.
So, you hear it too? The voice that steals your mind, gains your trust, and drives you crazy. It turns out that we are not so different, you and I.
Vedafilnir just broke into the strangest smile I've ever seen in my life, as if he'd discovered some monumental secret. But then he suddenly switched to looking extremely weary.
Very well then. My advice to you is as follows. You must persevere. Whatever trials and tribulations you may face, be steadfast in the belief that they are your path to the future. For as long as you live, your story with Thelindis shall not come to an end. That is the only chance you have of fighting back against fate. It is up to you whether you believe my words. Regardless, that is all I will say on the matter. I have no right to intervene any further.
I will hold you to your word.
Thank you for setting me free. In return, I will tell you one more thing that you cannot afford to ignore.
Just then, a strange wave of energy rippled through the city. We had no idea what it could mean.
If I were you, I would head to the Universitas Magistrorum.
The Universitas? Oh no!
I'm sure we'll be seeing each other again very soon, Rerir.
Will you be seeing anything?
Vedafilnir said, I didn't catch it. I didn't even help him out of the prison. There was no time to lose.
Huh. Well. Oh, are we back to people? We're back to people. Sort of. Right to the Universitas.
Monsters? Is this Rhine-Daughter's doing? Or the Universitas Magistrorum? Out of my way!
We have our actual party. So we're gonna do this. She's cool and all, but she also does not deal a lot of damage.
The Universitas. That reminds me of a rumor I once heard. Allegedly, the king installed secret mechanisms in the palace and around the city. No one knows where they are or what kind of power they hold. But if they were ever going to activate, it would probably be on a night like tonight.
Help! Help!
Hold on! Don't let them anywhere near you!
Save me! I can't! Ah!
That sounded like an explosion. So, the rumor is true? The king really went through with it? What other means does the king have at his disposal? They must run on power from the Abyss. And given it's a major center of Abyss research, anyone over at the Universitas will be in grave danger. I have to hurry!
Let's dance.
All right. We also have to heal. Wouldn't have taken as much damage if I just switched to Moik in the first place. Oops. Right.
Can't hide the truth.
Come on, we can do it.
Try and stop me.
Let the show begin. Hi.
Okay, everyone's healed. Excellent.
It all adds up.
Oh, 3 of the big ones?
The deception ends here.
Okay, wanted to see what that did.
Rev the engines.
Get all 3 of them.
Incinerate! Incinerate!
Regicide's blood money? Blood debt collector?
Can't hide the truth. No more lies. Full throttle!
Bonk, bonk, bonk.
Pyroclastic surge! Incinerate!
Right. Not even some fun battle music during that, just the same background we've had going.
Monsters at the Universitas Magistrorum? Why now?
It's the Magic University.
Oh no, they're coming. It's no use. The table won't hold out much longer. The weapons. Where are the weapons? Of course. All the lab equipment was upgraded after the inspection last week, but the new weapons haven't been allocated yet. I'm done for. Is anyone there? Stay back. Please stay
Find a
back.
corner or
Please.
something. Okay. Suddenly, no more panic. Eerily calm. Ooh.
What's that?
Comic cutscene.
Rerir. So the rumors about your work are true.
What? No! Listen, something happened at the palace tonight. We have to leave!
You don't need to lie to me anymore.
What do you mean?
I know why you're worried, and I will respect the decision you've made. But it's okay, because I found a solution.
Bit of a misunderstanding here.
I know how to end all this. You can have it back. The normal life you so desire. But until then, I'm afraid our wedding will have to wait.
Celindus? No, don't do it! Celindus! Celindus!
Where did she... What portal was that?
I told you, Rerir. Let her
No, I won't do it. I have to save her.
By what means exactly? A lowly pawn. You lack the power and the strength of will.
Do you know a way? Tell me!
Come to the palace. Join us.
Oh, and suddenly at the palace.
Rare, thank goodness we...
Step forth and take your share.
You made it.
Not you too.
Hatred or grief, despair or desire. We all have our own.
Rerir. Rerir.
Thalindis?
Were you daydreaming? You still remember, Rerir? That question you asked me a couple of weeks ago?
Oh. You mean the proposal?
Yeah. I'm wondering, where do you think would be a good place to discuss it? Maybe in the garden? Or were you thinking a fancy restaurant?
It's your choice.
Almost forgot he had white hair in the present.
I will find you. And then... you can give me your answer.
You know, that still doesn't give us any explanation as to why he's so... why he's trying to go after the moon
that's how
goddess.
the Raker of Solnari was born. A monster created by circumstance is a monster all the same. Viewing other people's thoughts for too long can get uncomfortable. Right now, I'm feeling a strong sense of loathing. In a nutshell, the story of Conria is what happens when the truth falls by the wayside. Everyone tells little white lies, and before long, you have a huge pack of lies that destroys everything. Time to get back. His past is filled with sorrow, but the tale of any fallen civilization is one of endless tragedy. Cruel as it may be, that was Conria's fate.
Alright. Back to reality. Remember, everyone here saw that. It wasn't just Nefer.
Everyone, I'm back. Can I get a standing ovation?
Never! How are you holding up? Feeling okay?
She's fine. Boss is a pro.
Yes, I'm fine. You will have seen the events of Rarir's life through my thoughts. It's now clear that he is just a regular nobody, driven by personal tragedy, as he said himself.
I mostly agree. There's only so much we can know about him from his memories alone, but they did give us a clear glimpse into his life in Conria. However, I would not consider Rarir to be a nobody. He was deeply involved in the events of that era. Yet, when the catastrophe of a generation strikes, nobody is safe.
sounds to me like you're speaking in riddles again.
Not
Is
really.
this you urging me not to abandon the people of Nod-Krai in their hour of need?
That's not what I meant. Although I do hope you choose to remain a part of the plan. Without you, the mission ahead will be all but impossible.
Then try to remember that I respond better to the carrot than the stick. And I don't appreciate being bossed around. Now, as for you, Missy, you were excellent. You stuck to the rules of the ceremony and kept your mouth shut the entire time. Bravo.
Cool. So, can you fill me in on the deets now? Most of what I saw went right over my head.
Patience. You'll hear the whole story,
Pretty
don't
obvious.
you worry. But let's meet up with the others first. It will save me narrating it twice. Yehoda?
Yes, boss! Let me get that door for ya.
That's more like it. For a moment there, I was worried you'd forgotten about the first clause of your employment contract.
Forgive my curiosity, but
It says I gotta do the annoying stuff that boss is too lazy to do for herself. Like opening the door, pouring the tea, yada yada.
is that right?
If something is in the contract, it's because she willingly agreed to it. Rest assured that the curatorium abides by the very strictest of labor policies. You don't seriously think I'm cruel enough to treat her like my slave. In any case, I've hardly shied away from my share of the work today. Hope I don't catch Flintz and Varka lounging about in their chairs, enjoying a leisurely cup of tea. There's nothing I dislike more than other people enjoying themselves while I'm hard at work. Oh no.
Uh-oh. What happened? What happened?
Sorry to disturb you, but we seem to have run into some trouble.
Evidently so. Don't worry, I'm not about to leave you to fend for yourselves. I'm not that kind of boss. And it would go against the curatorium's labor policy.
What? Are we in Sumeru?
I'm sorry. What did you hear me say? I wasn't talking about labor policy.
Wait. How long have I been standing here?
Not long. You just appeared by the door a moment ago.
Boss, what's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost.
We've been tricked. We never left at all. Somehow I hallucinated that whole scene back inside the office.
Hallucinated? But how?
How indeed. This place should heed my will alone. All thoughts and actions that occur in here are just a result of pawns moving across the chessboard in a carefully calculated manner. And nobody has access to this chess set but me.
Ah, that's okay.
So you control
Understanding
everything
things now.
More or less. But yes, it's a special technique of mine.
Has anything like this ever happened before?
Only once. It was the first time I used the chess set.
Is there any similarity between what happened then and what's happening now?
They gave the traveler lines because Paimon's not here.
I suppose my thoughts are a little turbulent, which was also the case my first time.
Is there anything I can do to help?
The first clause of your contract clearly states that I only need your help with things that I'm to—
Meaning, you're not feeling late?
Meaning, this is not something Yehoda can help with. The chess set is a personal treasure that I alone understand. I must be the one to find our way out of here.
Boss, it's fine. Really. Let me do something useful.
Oh, listen to you. Whatever would I do without you, Yehoda?
What? Really?
Yes, really. Where would I ever find another employee as obedient and servile as you? God forbid anything ever happens to you.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway.
The fuck?
I was thinking of fetching some water. There's gotta be a source around here somewhere.
We're still in the dream.
I suggest everyone finds someplace comfortable to take a rest. We gotta conserve our energy. Even though all this chess malarkey doesn't exist in a physical sense, mentally speaking, it's all real. And so is our tiredness and fatigue. You don't want to dismiss mental fatigue. Just because it isn't physical doesn't mean it's any less serious.
True!
But anyway, I got your backs.
Don't I have the best employees? Jealous much?
But we don't run a business, so.
If we can find a suitable time, I'd love to borrow Yehoda for a day to help out at the Frost Moon Scions. Would you be amenable to that, Boss Nefer?
Oh, Lauma. Have I ever told you just how pretty you are? Beauty runs from the tips of your antlers to the depths of your imagination. Time to rally, everyone. Follow me.
That was a big old no
As
hidden
we
in a
continue our
compliment.
journey, the same rules will apply. That means stay focused and no talking no matter what we encounter. And don't disturb the chess pieces. You have my word that I will get us all out of here.
Dance of Death, Serpents. Fuck, we really are stuck in this for a while, aren't we? This is the second of 3 quests. I may have to end it here if I can. But if you leave, you'll have to experience the content again to continue. But from where? That's the question. We did just start a new quest. This is the Dance of Death, Serpent and Scorpion. I don't even remember this one. I think we may have activated that without realizing. I really hope.
Why does Ashru sit up on the counter? To welcome our clients, of course. A kitty's gotta earn his kibble somehow.
If I were to exit now, would it just be that one scene once we're in the sand? Because I want to be done. I really want to be done right now. Hold on, I can check something. Chapter we're stuck as
Emotions are like a raging torrent that surges through the mind. More often than not, if you try to hold them back, you'll be swept away by their unstoppable force. And if you try to ignore them entirely, you'll end up tearing yourself to pieces.
The wiki just mentioned this is the second of 3 parts of this chapter. Just started. I'm worried about this, but I have to. I think Dance of Death and Serpent. Okay, enter the unknown space. Got it. Okay, it will put me back there. No, we can just do it. Okay. We'll probably end up seeing that scene. Always adventures.
Add Astra.
Thank you for
Oh shit, that's a lot of Prima Gems. We can definitely do a poll for Nefer, I guess. I also have Farina here, but I think I'd like Nefer better. I'm one away from being able to do that one, but I don't buy those. Go for it. Not a bad way to end. Debate Club. Harbinger of Dawn. Skyrider Sword. Throwing Tales of Dragon Slayers. Debate Club.
Pleasure to meet you.
Oh shit.
I'm Nefer, head of the Curatorium of Secrets. You may have heard a few rumors about me, but don't let that trouble you. Fact or fiction, I assure you it won't impact our collaboration.
Well then, we actually got Nefer. I really kind of wish we'd gotten like Lauma or Flynn's instead, but hey. Favonius Sword. And Tainari. 2 5-star characters? Skyrider Sword. Ravenbow. 2 5-star characters. A 4-star weapon, and the rest are scrap. Okay. That's cool. And we got a new one. What? Alright. Sure. Why not? Okay, we always start off just by clearing these. Yeah, we kind of saw what she did. Also, hold on. What was that? Nod-Krai Expedition. More rewards. Okay, that's good. That means I'm gonna have to send her on one tomorrow, probably, instead of who I have there at the moment. Right, your weapon. Yeah, well, this is level 1, but was this a event? I think it's an event one. Still at level 1, but that's okay. It looks good with her, I think. We level up. We ascend.
Huh. Interesting.
That's all you got? Usually it's a longer line. Kitty! We need Radiant Antler. We have not fought the Frost Knight Harris yet. Maybe I'll do that today. Who knows? Oh shit. That means we can claim this and actually do another poll. Should we start next time with it? Wait, what else is new? Oh, right. Tainari. There we go. Constellation. Okay, that's that. Ah, right, Act 3. Actually got me an Intertwined Fate as well. Okay. What a way to end it. Is there anything else I wanted to check? I don't think so. We're just gonna leave it here. Oh, again, I'm quite late, but we did actually get to a good point to stop, based on what I have observed once stopping. Okay. This is a fascinating story, though it does feel like they've kind of gone over the same points at least twice. Like, more like they kind of backtracked on some points and then went back and farther on. Right. Who's online? Ooh, a few people. Oh, quite a few people. Yeah. Last night there were only 4 people I follow online, and only one of them I could raid. Tonight, there is 13. But I just need to choose who. There are very good choices as well. Oh, you haven't been streaming in a bit. At least not at a time I could raid in. Holy shit. Too many good choices. Yesterday, I didn't have any I wanted. Because I don't like doing twice in a row. Today, we have at least 4 that I would really love to raid into. 5? 4. But we're going to go with Enrapture X. Elise hasn't been streaming in a while, and she's playing some Fortnite, it seems. So we'll go see what she's up to. Okay, well. Let's see. Tomorrow, stream is normal. Saturday, I'm not sure. And Sunday, probably not. I gotta figure out when I'm going to visit my partner on Saturday, because I'll be staying over there and then going to do fun stuff with them and a bunch of friends on Sunday. And I will likely be getting home Sunday night, but I don't know what time, probably a lot later than I would stream. So, no stream Sunday. If we stream on Saturday, it would probably be early. And then Monday I took off from work, so we'll have a long stream then. Alright, well, until next time, this is the Pirate King signing off. Have a good night.